Hey, welcome, welcome, welcome. We're in the Champions Corner. I'm your boy Ron G, and we have a new face in the corner. We have a new face in the building. Family in the building. He here. He's here. Finally here. We've been trying to get him on for a little bit. I call him. We call him the Professor of Wrestling, Mr. BJ. What's going on, man? How you feeling?
I'm doing well. How you been? How you doing, everyone? Hey, love to be part of the show. Been watching you guys for a little bit. Like to drop my 2 cents about a little things here about wrestling and, spread some honest opinions and thoughts.
Hey,
How's it going?
that's what we need here. That's what the people want to hear. And what we're
Yeah,
gonna be talking about, we're gonna talk about that All In and giving a review on All In, man. What a show! I enjoyed it very
yeah,
much. I
yeah.
would like, I
Definitely.
probably, I know just like you probably watched it a few times.
I had to because, the first time I saw it, it was early in the day. So I had to watch it later because like it was still early. So I just really, plus, there was a lot of thoughts and opinions on that
No,
Mercedes
don't do it. Like,
Monet.
get it right now.
Listen, I got some opinions on her, but Mercedes Monet and Britt Baker, I thought that was a fine match, but it didn't seem like it went over well with a lot of the crowd.
Yeah, we'll get to it. We'll get to it. But we're talking about that All In. We're gonna also be talking about Bash in Berlin.
Mm-hmm.
And giving our predictions on that and what happened with the follow up from All In on Dynamite. So we got a lot to come at you with, but we're gonna start off with the 0 hour from All In. We had Willow Nightingale team up with Tomohiro Ishii versus my guy. I love to do Stokely Hathaway and
Man, Chris
Chris Statlander. Oh boys, Big Stoke was out there with the remember that time Michael Jackson.
yeah,
Let me
I
go.
love his style in there.
He was
He
out
did
there,
really well
man.
in the ministry.
He got that. He put some moves off, but I mean, he mostly jokes with it. But Willow and Ishii got the win. But how do you feel about this, man?
I mean, it was a good opener. I love Willow Nightingale. She is so affectionate. She's one of my favorite women's wrestlers in the industry today. I think Chris Statlander also is a pretty top star. Let's not forget, she is the woman that did break Jade Cargill's streak. I feel as if, she's really building into herself, a really good character. Stokely is one of my favorite managers on television.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, that's Ishii. Who doesn't like Ishii? He's a good fighter. The man's a fighter.
Yeah, boy. He'll take a lot of pains, a lot of damage, a
Yeah,
lot of hits
right.
and not react. That's how he work. But yeah, because we've been on this show. We know we've been touting and having praise for Willow Nightingale. We want her to get higher on the roster, higher on the pecking order. Let me say. So it's another, pre-show for her, but it's all good, man. She making her way, and she gonna be on. I believe the main card of All Out. So I'm not too mad about it. Not too upset. I ain't gonna put it out
No,
there.
no, not upset about it. 'Cause, I mean, she's on the card. That's the big thing, right? Getting on
Yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah. But it was just a match, like I said, entertaining. Like I said, with like I said, my boy Stoke with the remember the time out. It was a good memory for me with that match. It was memorable. Let me say that for the pre-show, and that's what you want the people to come in, get some memories, get some good, motivation to buy the pay-per-view or tune in on pay-per-view. So it was a good start. And the next thing on the pre-show, it had, Saray out there, and then look who comes back,
Big
Jamie
Jamie
Hayter.
Hayter. Oh, that haterade. Love Jamie Hayter.
Hayter.
Love
I was
Jamie.
like, I was kind of surprised. I ain't gonna lie that she was on the pre-show. They would bring her back like that. Cause I've been going for so long. But I mean, I guess as far as the crowd up, I
Yeah.
mean, I ain't gonna lie. I thought it was Becky at first. I know if you ain't look at the
Oh,
Titantron, I was like with the hair and everything, the big change and look. What you need when you come back. When you come back, you should have a different look, different not different attitude, but something different about you, so you continue to intrigue the audience when you come back. Do something different. We done seen that part, bro. You not hear what this is, but I don't know if I would have went with the orange hair for her because I immediately thought Becky.
yeah. No, I
So,
get that.
but
It was a surprise. It was.
yeah, but
Because
she had a big impact, and beat down everybody with Saraya. Who was with Saraya? Well, how'd you feel about it?
I was pretty surprised that because when Saraya first came out there, I didn't know what the segment was all about. So I genuinely stepped away for a moment because I was preparing some food to eat. But then when I came back and heard the crowd eruption, I looked and I just saw the back of Jamie's head. And I legit thought, oh my God, did Becky legit go to AEW? And then when it turned around and she was Jamie, I thought, well, then I also thought, wow, the pre-show. I had a vision that Jamie was going to come back and help Britt or either cost Britt the match against Mercedes because they had a thing, kind of.
Exactly.
But I don't know. Listen, she's back. I'm happy for her. I'll be intrigued to see what they do with her going forward because I don't think she was on Dynamite. But
oh yeah, she was. She was.
Okay.
She was out there. I thought trying to see what she would do. I immediately think she's going for somebody title. In Mercedes or Mariah May, the new women's champion. But we'll talk about that in a minute. But let's move on to this Casino Gauntlet match. I want to start with that on the main card.
Oh, real quick. What do you make of this match type? How do you feel about the way it's structured?
Everybody loves a battle royal, the big thing is the Royal Rumble in WWE. That's a lot of people's just favorite show, period. And so it's going off of that, but they go into battle royal. But I feel like they do it very often in AEW because they just did one. I was talking about this before last episode. They just did one where Darby Allin won, and so he has a title shot coming up soon for the world title. And now they doing it again on this show. So I guess, and then it's not even going for the all out. It's going for whenever you want to get it.
Yeah, it's become a Royal Rumble-esque thing to a Money in the Bank type thing now, where the winner does kind of pick it. They have kind of done it a lot. I kind of feel like it's more so them trying to fine-tune how they want to execute it. How would you feel if they did an entire pay-per-view was just a Casino Royal or Gauntlet?
Oh, God. not an entire show, man. Because they already got enough. Like I said, they do it on enough shows.
They got a lot of people on the roster. And they got the Ring of Honor roster. And they can pull from the CML people. And they can pull from Ring of New Japan and all that.
But they got so many shows based around that, like Forbidden Door with the people in New Japan. That's what that show is for. They got Double or Nothing. That's where I feel like this match should be mostly.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, because it's that type of vibe. They always put that type of vibe off with that match with the casino, Double or Nothing. You can be in Vegas or wherever you want to be at. A lot of people plays got casinos, so that's why they feel like they pull it off a lot. They try to pull it off a lot. I don't know, but we had a big debut in Ricochet in this match.
That is true. Hey, how
so that was pretty cool.
And out there. What's his moniker? What's his name?
One and only.
Yeah, that's it.
I got a shirt on right now. I got a Ricochet shirt. It's old. It's old right here though. But it's cool for him to debut in this match. But for him not to win, it kind of everybody's not gonna debut and win. Like it's like a lot of people debut in the Royal Rumble, but they're not gonna win it.
Yeah.
So I didn't expect him to win exactly, but if it was going to be a winner, I was going to pick either him or Hangman, and neither one of them won. Christian is cool to win because he's so intriguing in his heel role right now. He's just doing masterful work for months for a long time right now in AEW. So I'm hats off to Christian and how he pulling this off late in his career. So, but I really was thinking Ricochet or Hangman Page was winning this. With storyline how it was going, and like I said, the big debut and the storyline how it was going for Hangman. But I mean, I see what they got cooking with this because I don't like to judge things first off too much because I want to see how they play it out. But sometimes AEW is like they don't play it all like they should.
They're getting better at that, but I like the match. I like Christian. His thing is pretty cool, but to me I don't want to say it's running its course, but it is a little bit. Plus, the whole will they, won't they with Luchasaurus kill switch. I don't even know what to make of that anymore. I'm fine with him winning it, I guess. I'd rather have it be Hangman because I love Angry Hangman. That is probably my favorite character in AEW right now. He just looks so mean. Yeah, because It's weird because he does have a right to be mad. His anger is justified. Swerve did break into his house and all that stuff. So it's
Yeah.
legit. It's just he is blinded by his own fury. So I would have liked if he won. Ricochet debuting would have been is nice. I kind of wish he had a match, but I mean, you just want to come out there and do his stuff, get it out the way, have people like, oh, the intrigue, right? See where it goes. I thought it was fine. I love the match type. It's different. I don't know. I guess I just wish it was a different win. I like Christian, but I want a different one.
Yeah, man. Like I said, the match type, they are. You're right. They are kind of mixing up two different match types with main event type thing and battle royal. But
Right?
like they just got two of them going at the same time. It's like they could have separated it more from me. That's the only thing about it.
Yeah, it's too close together. I do agree on that. It is too close. This needs to be more of a season. I don't want to say seasonal, but maybe a once, possibly twice a year, but not something that happens on Dynamite. Then it happens at a pay per view. Then we might do another Dynamite, and now we're going to do it at a big pay per view.
Yeah, because the last one was on like what Collision where Darby won.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it
Yeah.
was actually. Yeah, I mean, no, well, probably Rampage, which I don't really watch Rampage.
No, I don't have Rampage.
Yeah, I
Rampage
just
cool, but Collision and Dynamite are my shows. I mean, I like both. Really like both of them. Which is supposed to be how it is anyway. But let's move on. We're gonna move on to this AEW World Tag Team Championship match. Where ladder match with the Young Bucks, not ladder match, but triple threat tag match. I'm sorry, with the Young Bucks, FTR, and the Acclaimed. I was really going for the Acclaim in this match because I feel like this is their moment. They want to be taken serious and feel like they could if they could beat these two top teams in AEW, they could be on that pedestal. They could be put up there and not be looked at, oh, just scissor me daddy ass and and all this other man. Everybody loves that, but in wrestling, they always say if you want to be top, we got to take you serious.
Yeah,
And
right.
so I thought this was a match for them to claim that, but I mean, it didn't go their way. Young Bucks got it, and we had another debut. The Grizzly Young
Yeah,
Veterans.
there's the young veterans.
I,
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I ain't seen them in a good minute because I guess, like I said, they wasn't happy at Schism and NXT. I can see where they're going, but they were breaking that group up soon anyway. So I figured like they could have had another chance at what they wanted it to be. But I mean, people want to move on. They want to move on. Let them do what they want to do. And so they moved on. Now they finally here in AEW. Let's see what kind of noise they make because they're a good team. But I just see what can you do. Like I said, these are top teams that was fighting on this show, this triple threat tag team match, and so where do you fit in that? Because the Young Bucks and FTR was on at the last All In, and they right back in the same match. So they still proving a year later that they're the two top teams. And Young Bucks just pulled it out on this one. So we're going to see where it goes. What you think about it?
Let me ask you this question. Does FTR have any relevance in AEW if they don't fight the Young Bucks? It seems like they're always feuding with the Young Bucks. And it's like a vortex they can't get out of. Like you mentioned, they were here before. And even then, with their whole rivalry, the only time the Young Bucks and FTR didn't fight is when FTR was walking around with 20 titles, calling themselves the best tag team, and the Young Bucks were ducking them. So I thought that was really interesting. I thought the match was really good. I like what you said about the Acclaim trying to get them to be serious. I was of the opinion that the Billy Gunn thing was pretty cool, but at some point the team became about Billy Gunn. You remember back when Billy Gunn and the Acclaim lost the match, and he was taking off his boots, and he was threatening to retire, and he walked away. Yeah. And then what happened?
Right.
They made him the Trios champion, and they made it more so about Billy Gunn when the Acclaim was the hottest act at that point in time. I don't know. I feel like they become very hot to slight lukewarm, and a part of me even feels like Max Caster has completely checked out. I don't know. I feel like, I don't know, just they don't seem to be the same team they were.
Yeah, but he keep. Everybody says is he keep yelling like he the best in the world. Like you can't. It's good to have that confidence, but when you in a tag team, you can't be saying I'm the best in the world. It's like you're already forgetting your partner in that statement right there already, and you haven't beat these single stars. How are you saying you the best in the world? Is your team the best in the world? Are you saying that? Even if you're saying that, you didn't beat the top 2 teams in AEW, let alone in the world.
I mean, even if you're the best in the world, I can't even tell you a match that Max Caster has actually won. Check to see if I can find a match that he's won. But if there's any star in the team, it's Anthony Bowens. That guy is he has a look, he has a style about him, he can talk, he can wrestle. I think I'm not playing this game as if he go to NXT. But if I'm playing this game, if he went to NXT, I think he could be NXT champion less than a year.
Oh, wow.
North American champ at least.
Bro, he don't want him with Oba, bro. He don't want him with Oba. He don't want that smoke, bro. Listen, I don't know about that. But hey.
I love Umafemi. Love him. But I don't know.
We'll get to that later. We're going to get to that later. That's a whole different subject right there. But do you see, is there a team you see that can actually take the titles from Young Bucks?
Well, the tag team division is questionable anyway. If I had to pick if you're telling me to my 3, I got to pick 3 because I don't have a definitive one. It's either going to be the Grizzled Young Veterans because they're new, they're pretty hot. They debut on a Rampage. I might check them out because they're fighting the Outrunners. I guess FTR. I'm not going to say the Acclaim. As much as I like the Acclaim, I just don't know where they are as a group to say them confidently. So if I had to pick any other team, shooting off the top of the hip, the Patriarch.
Yeah. They can find their way in that.
Yeah, right? They lost the trios titles. I could see them just moving on to, what's the thing? The tag titles were either Kill Switch and Nick Wayne or Nick Wayne and Christian. Or Nick Wayne's mom. She was a trios champion. That did happen. It's in the books.
Yeah, right. But speaking of that trios championship, we had a crazy ladder match, man, between, the House of Black, the Patriarchy, the Bang Bang Gang. I just like that name. I just like saying it. I don't know what it is.
And the Pack Pool Combat Club, because he's in this thing now, so I guess he's a part of it.
Yeah. And it's like a legit team. His boys, because I think his boys are gone by the league, go to WWE, the Death Triangle, for the Death Triangle, so he needed something.
Yeah. And plus, he had a number one contendership for the international title, got completely bypassed, so it's like, you got to do him something. Dude, Pop out, dude. He's so good. I really do like him. I can't wait to be talking about having him Dynamite with him, because that was a moment. His promo was really good. But this match was phenomenal. I love a good ladder match. I found it interesting they had like a really big ladder and all the really small ladders, but I do love the Bang Bang Gang. Juice Robinson, that guy's crazy.
Dude's hilarious, man. I love that interest. I don't know. Bang Bang Gang might be. I want them to get the tag team titles. Going back to that last question, because I just like them. I like the interest. I like the name. I just like how they are. I don't know. One of the favorite parts was they was hanging on the backs of the House of Black on the top of the ladders, and House of Black was holding each other up by holding handshakes. Yeah. I was like, they had to take a picture of that because that was a moment right there for them to hold on like that.
You're right. There was a lot of good spots in that.
But so many spots in this match, it was crazy. And like I said, I was kind of surprised. I feel like the House of Black needs something. Are they stuck in AEW? You feel like they stuck in AEW? Because I feel like there's rumors and whatnot. They were going like at least two of the members are going back to Malachi Black and Buddy Murphy was going to go back to WWE, but I think they're trying to keep Buddy Murphy there. They gave him an extension and whatnot. Yeah. But because Tony don't want people going back like a few people have already. But I feel like they just spinning their wheels. It's like they running in place. They ain't doing nothing. That's why I thought they would probably get this. But last episode I did say it was a team that wasn't announced yet. So and then I was right about that. But I still think that the House of Black did need this. There's a difference. I think who I thought was going to win, and then who needed it.
No, that's fair. I do understand, and I want to answer your first question. I think they're stuck. They're in a purgatory in place, if you will. House of Black should be an awesome group. I mean, the dynamic look, aesthetic of them is amazing. However, what they do is just always trios and tag matches. You understand that Malachi Black only had, what, 2 singles matches this year? Or 3? I don't
That's
know.
probably it.
Malachi Black, I think, is a phenomenal superstar or wrestler in himself. He should be having more singles matches and be after a singles title. I wouldn't mind if they won the trios title, but even if they did, it still feel like they'll be in the same place. I just need for them to expand out more and do other things, engage and be involved with other people, because they're just popping up and then leave, and they pop up and then they leave. The only person who had anything consistent was Julia Hart, but she's hurt, so that's it.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
She was doing great.
Yeah, she was. Because she was a TBS champ, and she had a really good. She was an entertaining run. Her whole story was Sky Blue and causing Sky Blue to turn on Willow Nightingale, and it was like she was spreading a mist of evil, and I don't know. And even then, there was a moment where like Willow Nightingale was kind of falling into it, but then she got hurt, and the whole story just had to stop.
Yeah. And it get hard. It's hard to keep the stories going, man. Especially when people get hurt, but a lot of people get hurt so often in AEW. Like everybody going so hard. I get it, but you gotta keep yourself safe at the same time.
Yeah,
because everybody want to leave it all out there and say we all wrestling. This is what wrestling is.
Right. Seriously, it is about keeping yourself safe so you can be consistent. But not every match needs to be a 5-star match. Some matches you just kind of go through it, do a good match. Don't sit here and try to do the biggest stunt on the card.
Yeah, but I mean, there's a lot of stunts in this trios ladder match, though. I mean, they went crazy on that, bro.
There was a lot. A good match, though. Probably one of my favorites of the night, honestly. It was the first match, but still one of my favorite matches. But I love ladder matches.
Yeah. I mean, I always love ladder matches, too, man. It's exciting to watch, man. But now to one that might be the match of the night. MJF versus Will Ospreay. If you got to follow Will Ospreay, boy, you got a hell of a night in front of you. Because that man tries to put match of the night every night, and a lot of times he succeeds. 80 to 90% of the time, he succeeds as being match of the night. It's like, God, dog, bro. That's why I keep saying on this show, man, he the breakout star of the year. A lot of people have known him for years, but in America and here and on national TV, how it is, breakout star, bro, Ospreay. That's why a lot of people thought he gonna get that title, the AEW title, when he fought Swerve. But I'm glad they didn't do that because Swerve deserved his rise too. I think him and Swerve and Ospreay are the two guys that need to lead this charge. I feel like
the two top guys in the company. Yeah.
1A, 1B, whatever we want to call it. But I feel like they need to do that. But I am glad that Ospreay won this match, so we can take that American Championship out of there, because I didn't like how it looked, or I hated that they continue to switch how that title looks, just like they keep switching how the TNT title looks. It's so many changes with these belts, man.
That's the thing. Everyone seems to get a custom title when they win the championship. I mean, there was a brief period where Scorpio Sky won the TNT title, and it was purple and gold. It was the Lakers title. I want that belt, but unpopular opinion there.
As Lakers fans,
I love that U.S. belt. I do. In fact, the most unpopular opinion, I thought the American title looked better than WWE U.S. title. That should be what the U.S. title looks like.
No.
Take away that whole red, white, and blue strap and make it like a black strap or a white strap. That belt is amazing looking. I love it.
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe I'll like it then. You can put a little bit of American, whatever you want to put on it, but don't put the whole belt, man. Cause that's what messed me up with it, I guess.
No, that's
like I said on the show before. I feel like MJF it's the strap that keeps messing me up with his belts.
Yeah, you talk like the big Bowberry or the Triple B. I didn't like it having that Bowberry because it looked brown and dirty. I didn't like it.
But I digress on that. But this match is still amazing. I mean, actually, I feel like it's probably match of the night.
Yeah, it's definitely because like you mentioned, Will Ospreay, MJF, they're both really good wrestlers. I was indifferent with the Tiger Driver story because I don't know. It's just I have a whole thing about it, but nonetheless, I like that Will was able to get the gusto to do it to MJF. The guy had been pushing his buttons anyway, so it's like, why would you even hesitate to do it to MJF? He should have got a Tiger Driver as soon as the bell rung. He's a jerk.
Right. The way MJF been talking, yeah.
Seriously, I don't know, but it was definitely a good match. Will Ospreay, I tell you, my dream match with him is with Seth Rollins because I would just love to see those two go at it.
Woo.
Oh, I just wish I could see that match. That is my dream match.
That'd be a WWE AEW Forbidden Door pay-per-view.
Yeah.
That's should be the first booked match.
Right? It's a collision course.
Tell me about it, Bo. But in the build up to this match, it was good, but it was all over the place. It was the Tiger Driver situation. I'm an American and you not situation. I'm talking about your family or whatever it is situation. Like it's three different things going on. What are we talking about here? Is it really about the championship or what?
I feel like it was more so a story about Will Ospreay getting his big win in Wembley. Because I don't know, like you mentioned, they did so many different stories that I think they just tried to find one to stick with it. Because we'll talk about it probably at the end, because story of the night goes to someone who repeated what he did at the 30th WrestleMania to some degree. But
I was in that building.
But, the match was good. The story, I don't know. It was a lot of twists and turns. It almost felt like MJF was a transitional champion, just so he could be the hot heel to go into this match against the white hot babyface. And
yeah,
did everything they could to really inch that into it.
Yeah, but the story that made the most sense was also is the fourth one I didn't say where MJF was saying this man feel like he took my spot when I was gone, and everybody gave him this praise. I try to be that guy for y'all. I changed myself. I try to be that guy, but y'all praising this guy while I'm gone. So, and that was the whole reason he even turned back heel. And so I thought that was the best thing.
Yeah,
that would have been the best story just to go with that.
No, that's fair. That's fair. That is legit because it's still You can make an argument that's still the underlying story because they're going to meet up again. I don't know what the situation will be, but it does feel like once this Garcia thing. Oh, we'll get to that in a moment too because I do want to talk about Garcia.
Yeah, well, I mean, he appeared in this match, so I mean, we can talk about it a little bit.
That's a big part of the outcome of it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad he didn't just stay down and say I'm just taking this beating and I'm down. But he came back at the moment. It came full circle to the moment where you gonna beat me down like that and try to embarrass me? I'm gonna embarrass you in Wembley in front of 50,000. And see how you like that.
Worldwide pay-per-view, because that means
worldwide.
Worldwide, but Garcia did. Oh. I like Garcia. His revenge was justified. I like that he came back and he kind of just stared a dagger into MJF. That man had a lot of. He seriously tried to put this man out of wrestling. He came out like a tombstone at the top rope.
Right. Yeah. The way you see the way he was choking this man like he was just nothing.
Exactly. So yeah.
And the man busted open everything, boy. Yeah, he had to get some get back.
Hit him with the diamond ring. So yeah. I'll be mad too. You best believe Vince is coming back tenfold.
Oh, yeah. We're going to talk about Garcia a little bit more when we get to Dynamite. But next match I want to talk about is for that TBS Championship with the CEO and DMD.
Real quick to this. You mentioned it has to be hard to follow Ospreay. This match is what followed Ospreay. So when you mention that, it's like, maybe that didn't help either, because that is a hard act to follow.
It is, and everybody's saying, the fans wasn't into it, and it was a slow match. They didn't have much chemistry, but a lot of people just putting most of the blame on Mercedes. She getting a lot of heat lately, like, she ain't as good as she thinks she is. But Britt Baker was in this match too, and Britt Baker ain't the best women's wrestler out here.
Don't tell her that. Don't tell Britt Baker that, because she'll definitely disagree.
I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody got all their confidence. They supposed to have that, but and I don't like Britt Baker attitude. She's supposed to be the baby face of this situation. I don't know. She just seems so smug and snotty. I don't know what it is. I don't know. But I thought the match was decent. It wasn't like the worst match on the card.
No.
I think that match goes to the FTW match.
Oh god. Oh boy. Yeah.
I'm gonna put that out there. I'm gonna put. I think that was the worst match. It had a good moment. Though. It had that match had a good moment with Chaz and Hook. Yeah, but Mercedes and Britt, they had like some good moments because when I did a reaction, like that little flip slam they did off the top rope, I was like, yo,
executed really well.
I ain't really seen that like that. Maybe I ain't watching enough of stuff, but I don't know. It looked dangerous, but they pulled that off.
No,
they put it, but it was like I said, it was the chemistry wasn't totally there, but I'm glad Mercedes pulled this out. I was saying last episode, Mercedes needed to win, and what's the girl name? Camille should have stayed out there. I hated she didn't show her worth in this match to me as much because she got ejected and Mercedes still had to do it on her own. Like, what do we got my bodyguard there for if you ain't gonna stick with me and be smart about what you're doing?
How can I put this? Okay, so a few things about the match. I thought it was a fine match. I thought Mercedes was wrestling a little out of her element because she was doing a lot of power slams and stuff like that. And Mercedes looks like she weighs she weighs $105 soaking wet. So I thought that was a bit because she usually wrestles like a luchador. So that's one thing. I'm not going to be too hard on Britt Baker because she was out for a very long time with an injury. She came back. She had a couple of tune-up matches, and her biggest match was in Wembley in front of all these people. I think a lot of the issue is timing. These two just chemistry and timing. They probably just need another match. The Camille thing, I like how they did it to some degree because, Camille was on the apron and Britt did the whole Eddie Guerrero thing. So that's what got Camille eliminated. I do feel like that when Mercedes was going to hit Britt with the belt and the ref got in the way, I kind of feel like the ref should have called a disqualification because he got hit. I don't know.
Well, the refs let a lot of stuff go, Bo.
Oh boy,
the refs at AEW.
Oh boy, they are the worst when it comes to tag matches. I don't even know why they have tag situations. This becomes a tornado match by the midpoint of it anyway.
Right.
I don't know. I thought the match was fine. It could have definitely been better. It's just, I don't know. I don't know if they was on the same page or not. I just kind of felt like they were wrestling different matches at some point. But they got it together on the end.
And this is what I feel like they need house shows because they could have built up that chemistry on the house shows or other shows, just to build, like I said, build the chemistry or whatever they need to do.
I don't know.
It's their first time touching, so I don't know.
Do they? You gotta imagine they have to kind of talk with each other and rehearse these matches, or do they just go out there and be like, "Let's wing it, let's just do it"?
A lot of people like to call it like that. Call it in the ring. We professionals. A lot of people like to do that, but I don't know. It was decent though. But we're gonna see where Mercedes goes and who she faces next, or if there's a rematch, or we'll see about that.
Yeah.
But we went from TBS. Let's go to TNT.
Oh, that casket match.
I call it casket match.
It's a coffin match.
Coffin match. Okay, yeah. Coffin match. Coffin drop. I get it. Jack Perry, Darby Allin. I feel like Jack Perry dominated this man. If Darby Allin didn't have those attacks in his head, he wouldn't get that much of an advantage at all. If he had to do that to get that advantage. But Jack Perry, going into this match, I have respected Jack Perry way more than when he started with the scapegoat thing. Because I didn't like that CM Punk thing. Like, bro, leave it in the past. It's been a year. They still kind of reference it when he pulled the glass out. And I was like, you got the crowd going. I get it. It's real glass. Cry me a river.
Cry me a river. Real glass. It's a yearly thing now. You got to do the anniversary of it.
Right, but this man, like I said, going into this match, he was ready to get set on fire again. He wasn't gonna give up that blood and guts match. That's why I had this respect for Jack Perry. Like, I don't care what you do, Darby. I don't want to give you nothing. I ain't giving up nothing for you. I don't think you even deserve this. I didn't give up. Matt gave up for me.
Yeah.
So, but if we're gonna do this, okay, I got you. I got a plan for you. All right, cool. And he was real smart with it. This man easily kind of tied Darby up. Being smart had what he brought out there the sack. He brought the sack out there to put Darby in, and then he put him in
The body bag,
the
the body
coffin.
bag, man.
Yeah, the body bag. Threw this man off the stage. This man, I feel like he dominated most of Darby. It was a quick match, of course, but like I got respect for Jack Perry right now. I like how he moving. He getting better on the mic.
Yeah.
And like, I got respect for him. He's making his own championship. The man championship looked decent. It looked burnt up, but with blood on it. But it looked decent. And I just respect that he did it himself.
Yeah, you know what? I tell you, I like that video of him making the title. I kind of wish they put that on TV for everyone to see. Because, I mean, unless you really on the internet, you probably wouldn't see it. Something like that really helps his character. The Jack Perry character is fascinating to me because I don't like it, but I do like it, and I don't even know where I really feel in the middle together. Because the thing I don't like is how it came about. What are you a scapegoat of? You got into a scuffle. People get suspended. The other dude got fired. It could have been worse for you, but it wasn't. And then he comes back. He does this whole thing. I'm not too into it, but then the whole I sacrifice. Darby had a good promo. You didn't sacrifice anything. He was given a lot of stuff. But I must admit, he is kind of just living into this badass role. At least he's living the part that he's creating. And I gotta admit, I do like that. He's committing to it. I like to see what it grows into, so I'm still on the fence about it right now. I am not a fan of Darby Allin. I'm not a fan of people who just get their trash beat in throughout the entire match. And I can never take him seriously. But the thing is, he has a likelihood of winning the world belt probably before the end of the year.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I share your sentiments about Darby Allin because I didn't even like when he won the TNT Championship before.
Yeah, right? Yeah. I can think of a good Darby Allin match. The only thing people love about him that he got grit and he keeps coming back. But it's like he uses his body as a weapon. He looks like there's more negatives for me to Darby Allin than positives. The only positive I can give him is that he commits his body to it. God bless him. I couldn't do half of that stuff. Better than me at that, but I wouldn't pay to see his matches.
Yeah. I mean, he got some big cojones to do all that stuff. Because it's crazy, man. And then, like I said, to put them tacks in your face and like to do that, they even do the coffin drop. You looking back, but it's still, you gotta trust who you dealing with, of course. But yeah, and then he did with all the fire and stuff. This man tried to keep the tea to burn. He tried to burn this man twice. He already burned Jack Perry once. He tried to burn him twice, and that's the reason I thought Jack Perry. I had respect for Jack Perry because, like I said, you already burned me up once. I don't care. I took it. I'll take it again, and now I'll put you in the coffin.
Yeah, right.
And I easily beat you, and I kept my championship. You had to bring Sting back out of it almost. This man retired to continue to save you.
Right? Yeah, seriously. I mean, I don't want to say he has every right, but you're right. Jack Perry was set on fire. Even in the Blood and Guts match, he was almost set on fire again. Luckily, Matt Jackson said, "Don't burn him," and now you quit, you win the match. I don't know. Darby's a madman, but I think Jack Perry would be crazy.
He is. Like I said, respect to Darby and his mindset, how he goes about it. But if you want to have a long career, you got to slow it down a little bit. But still, Jack Perry was my favorite out of the two with that. I'm glad he got that off. He got that win off. But let's see. Do you respect Mariah May after this big win over Toni Storm?
Ooh, do I respect Mariah? Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Mariah May's entire character has been about the mimicking of Toni Storm to the point where she took everything from Toni. She beat Toni Storm with the Storm Zero. Storm Zero. That's not even right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So she took her moves, she took her belt, she took her look. I need to see what the follow-through is. But other than that, I thought the match was really good. Toni Storm is one of my favorite characters as well. Mariah May's whole dynamic was pretty interesting. But I got to see the follow-through. Because right now, she's just Toni Storm. I just got to see Toni Storm, if that's okay.
Oh, yeah. But I mean, she's always been intriguing, especially since she got the champ. Her whole reign was pretty much entertaining. And this whole build-up was one of the most, greatest build up of the show to me.
You know what?
From the vignettes to how the story went, and especially that gruesome, beat down after Mariah May won the Owen Hart tournament
Oh
and
yeah,
turned on Toni Storm. That was just it's always going to be a memorable moment in AEW for
yeah.
years to come.
I tell you, AEW is not the best at storytelling, but their best stories was Adam Page's first run to the title, not first title run, but his build up to the title, and the Mariah May Toni Storm story, and maybe I guess MJF CM Punk. Those are like the three best feud stories of AEW's history outside of just all their wrestling. But this is definitely one of the top three, if not top two stories.
Right. And like I was saying before in the last episode, I don't think it should be a one match thing.
Oh,
I feel like they could pull like a one or two more matches out of this.
Okay, so the way the match went out, Toni Storm, after she lost, she was in the ring, and she started doing her whole little thing like she used to do with Toni Storm. A year ago to this day, well, not even to this day, but a year ago, the other All In, Toni Storm was part of the Outcast, and she sort of went kind of crazy, and it kind of gave birth to the new timeless Toni Storm character. And
Yeah.
guess what I'm wondering now is, that character was built on Toni Storm losing sight of reality. After this loss, will she lose sight of reality again and come back as a different Toni Storm?
That would be interesting.
Yeah,
That would be interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. That was the dynamic of timeless Toni Storm. It was like, what's wrong with her? She lost her mind. We all just kind of fell in love with the character. What if now she goes from the 1950s or 1920s movie starlet to more of a 1970s movie starlet?
That would be hilarious. If she could pull it off just like that, I would love it. I ain't gonna. I would love it. I mean, whatever decade she want to pull off, if she can do it, it'll be a very interesting character. Very.
Yeah,
If you say you timeless, go through time.
right? Exactly, right?
Hey, there
Timeless.
you
Every
go.
decade. Let's just go decade by decade now.
Hey, that's longevity right there in your character.
Right? That's complete reinvention.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's dope. That would be dope if she could pull it off.
Yeah, right?
But yeah, I think it needs to be at least one or two more matches with this because it's like I said, one of the best stories going in. And at the post show, Mariah May actually did a eulogy for Toni Storm.
Right? Yeah, that was
So
pretty
I was
cool.
like, they really doing this. She said she better forget about her quick.
I think the feud will still keep going. I just want to see Mariah May becomes as time goes.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. But let's get it on to the main event. Swerve Strickland. It's Swerve's house versus the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson.
Whose house?
Swerve's house? You know what it is. Boy, Swerve had interest with my boy Bun B. Hey, came out there on the one time.
Dude, I legit like Swerve's theme song. I was playing that in the car the other day. It is actually a really good song.
Oh yeah. I don't be one swerving too much though. I won't be one doing too much.
I can't swerve while I'm driving though.
Nah, just do the dance. Look, you can do a dance. You can't do swerve. But yeah, you came out Bun B, DJ Who Kid, Flash Garment, Westside Gun. He had the whole crew out there. Amazing interest.
The man's a mogul. Remember that.
Mogul, bro. That man, really built himself up. I'm so happy for Swerve, man, and how he built himself this year. His title reign was great. I hope he gets his title again soon. I hate he lost his match, but with the environment and how it was going, I knew it was happening because that moment, Bryan Danielson winning, it had to happen, man.
Yeah,
it was in the air, man. I mean, from his entrance too, coming down to the final countdown. What a song that is, man! It just everybody singing, everybody up, and just doing the yes chanting and everything. Yeah, Hangman come out of nowhere trying to interfere. I'm glad that didn't lead to the finish, which is great. But he still came out and whatnot. But he had it going back and forth, kicking out each other finishers. my favorite moment of this match was when Swerve was kicking Brian Danielson in the chest. And Brian Danielson just taking it and looking at his family saying he loves his kids. Boy, that was like, whoa! I got chills on that moment, bro.
That
I'm
was
going
a
for Swerve, but I got chills for the moment with Brian Danielson looking at his kids saying, "I love you. I'm taking this for y'all," and turn to Swerve and smack him. I was like, God, no, boy.
Like, get that out of here. Enough of
Yeah,
this.
boy, he's feeling it. Well, it's going down, boy. The countdown is going down. But
Right?
he pulled it off, made Swerve tap out. Like I said, they both look great in this match. Like I said, if this wasn't match of the night, it had to be moment of the night for me because have his kids, have Bree out there, have had the team out there with Cesaro and Yuta, and Pac was out there too, and
Yeah, Bob was out there. He kind of felt like the odd man out there, but he was out
yeah,
there.
I'm not, I'm not
He's not
feeling it
part
just
of that
yet.
group, really, but I guess he is. Like, he is, but he isn't. I don't know where he fits.
Yeah, again, I need more time with him in there, but either way, it was a
Right?
moment of the night. It had to happen, man. I was like, so much as I was going for Swerve, it had to happen this way, and I think Swerve gonna be right there at the top. He gonna get it back soon. But how do you feel about the whole thing, man?
This to me was match of the night. It was match of the night for the match itself, and of course the emotion that came with it. I tell you, when a wrestling match can make you feel something, this is why Bryan Danielson is my favorite wrestler, just in the world. I think he is the best wrestler in the world. The only one I would challenge him to see is against Gunther. Other than that, he is by far the best wrestler in the world. Now,
Oh,
he
really?
can bring an emotion into a match. He can bring intensity and drive. I tell you, so many moments. That one moment where he ran and did the psycho knee on Swerve, and Swerve just burst it off like, you
Oh,
done? I thought that was amazing. He made it look like $1 million. Swerve was
right.
like, gee, loved it. Match of the
Yeah,
night, though.
they're off your shoulder.
Love that part. Oh, like you mentioned, the whole kicks, and he just looking at his kids. Dude, everything about this match, when he won, I figured Bryan was going to win only because he said if he loses, he'll never wrestle again. We all know that even when he retires, he's going to have maybe one match a year at least, possibly two. So I mean, and plus, it would have been a crime for AEW to never let him win that title. You got to put him at lineage. Again, best wrestler in the world. Just real quick, his match against Zack Sabre Jr. at Wrestle Dream, one of the best matches I ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah, it was dope, bro. But that's a conversation we could have on another show. But
I know.
it's a few contenders for the best in the world right now, man. Because I
Oh, it
mean, even in this company, Ospreay right there. This man Ospreay done had 4 matches of the year this year,
okay, yeah, that's
at
true.
least 4.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, one of them was against Kenny. Did he fight Kenny Omega at Forbidden Door this year, or was that last year? Whenever he fought Kenny Omega at Forbidden Door, that was one of the best matches too. Love that.
Yeah, but it's so like I said, it's a lot of it's a few contenders about that. But we're gonna have that on another show.
Yeah.
But we're gonna stick with Brian Danielson, but we're going to Dynamite right now.
Oh, okay.
Let's talk
Good
about
stuff.
Dynamite. What he says,
Loved it.
I've been thinking about this for a few days, and I ain't done until I lose this title. And
Boom.
and that's a great story. I didn't know how they was gonna come out of this if he won, and that's great. But he was
Yeah.
like, and when I retire, I'm tired. You gotta take this belt off of me, but I'm gonna do all I can, whatever I got left in the tank. He said he got a lot left in the tank. He doing the Mark Henry a little bit, but
I love it. Yeah, the fake retirement speech. Except he didn't beat nobody up. So I'll give him
nah,
that.
he actually got beat up on this episode of Dynamite when Jack Perry come out there, them blindsided him.
Oh, so talking about Jack Perry, let's get into this whole bit. I
All right,
love the
go
segment
ahead.
because I love how Jack Perry was in the whole promo and then he said the pass is behind you and he tagged him. Again, I'm not a big Jack Perry fan, but I do like to watch the world burn. I would love if Jack Perry beat him for the world title. It would be the most ridiculous thing you can possibly do. I would love it though. It wouldn't make any sense, but it'll be a fun run to see.
Yeah, I'll pose the question: Will if he beats Brian Danielson, will he be the first to hold AEW Championship and the TNT Championship at the same time?
Yes, he would be. In fact, he would be probably the first real double champion. Because most of the other double champions, they were champions with Eddie Kingston. Because he had 3 belts at the same time. Jack Perry would be the first to have the world title and the TNT. He would be the first.
That would be dope. And I was surprised he was the one that, answered the call. Because he already got the TNT Championship. Now, I think he was in, contention to do it right now. But, hey, he got, Young Bucks by his side, putting them up there. Why not?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I mean, here's the thing, though, right? I feel like if Brian Danielson is on a limited time frame, nothing against Jack Perry, but I think I'd rather see him fight somebody else. Like, if he's going to be limited to, like, let's say 10 matches for the rest of the year, would you want to waste that 10 on Jack Perry? I hate to say wasted. Do you want to waste that 10 on Jack Perry?
And normally I would say no, but with the All Out being so soon coming up, they got to put something together right there. And who is more qualified than the TNT champion himself?
That's fair.
And he beat Darby Allin, who already has a shot for the World Championship.
Oh, so that's true. So finally, he kind of gets that next shot. He beat the number one contender. Yeah.
He beat the number one contender, yeah.
That's fair.
So, and beat him in his own match. Those type of match.
Oh, that's the other thing, right? Beat him in his own match. That was like the second time they had a coffin match. I think it took The Undertaker at least 4 tries before he lost a casket match.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, so, I mean, they had to put something together with that. See, because I thought, like I said, if Swerve had kept the belt, I thought like Hangman would get that. It'll be Hangman and Swerve, but Swerve and Hangman are fighting. I want to bring it up because they are building up to a cage match. Because they got to get this over with. Because Swerve saying, bro, I done forgot about you for a good minute now, and you still obsessed with me.
Oh, that's fair. But again, Hangman has every right to be upset. I can see him he never really got that revenge. Because like Hangman had mentioned in the promo, first time, Prince Nana. Second time, Prince Nana and Brian Cage. Third time, you couldn't even beat me in a 30 minutes time span. Swerve, you can't beat me without any help. So he has that on him. Quick prediction. Who do you think has a better chance to win this cage? Early prediction.
I still think it's Swerve. Yeah, I mean, because this man's more collected within himself. He's on a high, signed his new contract. He just lost the title, but he's still first black man or main event Wembley ever.
Ooh, that's true. Well, that's true.
So he lost, but he still got some W's in there. So his confidence is high. And you see how he was laughing at Hangman? But he ain't gonna take him lightly, at no time. That ain't what Swerve do. He ain't about to take that man lightly. But he's still laughing at you, and he still got Prince Nana.
Yeah, I know, he still got Prince Nana. No, the promo last night, after Swerve had a good line where he's like, I want to know what type of man you're gonna be in this cage. In fact, I want to know what type of man you're gonna be in front of your kids during this match. And then Hangman just walked out. Like,
right, he didn't really answer. They still booked it, but he didn't really even answer if he's gonna do it.
Right? So it's like, I don't know. Hangman to me is still one of my favorite characters because he has this weird dynamic about him. He's sometimes depressed, he's angry, he's so moody. I don't know what to make of Hangman. Early prediction, I think Swerve is going to win, but I gotta see how it plays out. I'm thinking by the time we get closer to it, it's going to feel like Hangman might win, but I don't know, it could be another draw. Who knows?
Yeah, unless somebody else interferes and they move on from it, or because they can always come back to this match because it's like they're doing for all these months. They continue to try to come back to the match.
Yeah, blood feud to last forever.
Yeah, but I don't know. I gotta mention this, bro. Prince Nana came out there when he was coming down the ramp. Boy, that was the funniest thing. Prince Nana had that look on his face. He was still doing the dance, but he was mugging Hangman hard. He's like, yo.
Oh,
this dude got me rolling. Prince Nana is the guy, bro. Well, Swerve, and in that, Swerve said, best believe I'm getting back what I was mine. He added that in there. Even talking about Hangman and whatnot, what all he did, sitting out his man's house and whatnot. But he
Yeah.
still, my focus is on that championship, and I went and got that. And best believe I'm getting that back. So
Yeah.
we know where Swerve's focus it still is, but he got to get rid of Hangman because Hangman's too obsessed with his man and organizes his matches and being obsessed with him. So once he gets rid of Hangman, he can focus back what's really important. And that's smart. Get this man
Yeah.
out your hair, and so you get back what you believe is yours.
Well,
And show that you continue to be a main event player in AEW, and you the top.
yeah, that's right. Because, I mean, he has some good time. Like you mentioned, he has some good wins under his belt. Swerve has solidified himself as the top guy. We all know that Hangman's the top guy. So, yeah, this feud, listen, belt, no belt, they can always come back to it at any point in time. I'm looking forward to the cage match. I'll be kind of interested to see where it goes after that. Because if someone loses, I feel like they got to take some time off again. Because that's a blood feud. Someone's got to be hurt for a minute.
Yeah. I mean, it started with Swerve coming at Hangman, and he did what he said he was going to do, took Hangman's spot.
Yeah, that's what I loved about it. He pretty much just said, listen, I'm only gunning for you because if I had the opportunity you had, I would have done better with it. Which, other side of this coin, he did. One thing I said was that Hangman had the best run to the title, but once he won the title, it was really kind of a flat ball. But Swerve, when he won the title, it was a slow start. I didn't like Swerve's first beginning, but after that first match with Christian, and he kind of became more into the stories, yeah, I think he had one of the best title runs.
Yeah. A lot of people saying, I don't know if I'm going to say it or not, but a lot of people saying his reign was better than Cody's.
Oh, world title run?
Yeah.
I'm a
The way it's
Cody
going right
Martin.
now. I'm not saying that, but it's out there.
Oh, I hear you. I hear you. I don't know. I mean, listen, I'm not denying that it isn't because Cody's still fighting the Bloodline 2.0 with Tongas and Samoans. Boy, I tell you, talk about can't get out of a feud. You think he finished the story? No.
Yeah, I mean, we out of it now, but we'll get to that in a few minutes.
Yeah, this is AEW. Yeah.
Yeah, let's get that. We're gonna talk about it in a few minutes, but I just want to talk about Moxley's, cryptic messages. He like kind of all over the place. We come back with the new music, and he shaved his head fully now. Well, I think he kind of did. Ben did it, but he kind of really fully now. But I hate changing music though, because that music was a vibe with him coming out. It just this is more energetic and had my crowd going in. So I'm trying to figure out what Moxley's going for with this new music and what he's talking about, saying it's not your company anymore.
Yeah. Ooh.
I'm like, I know he ain't talking to Tony Schiavone. I feel like he's talking to Tony Khan. Because, Tony Khan is in Schiavone's ear all the time. So I feel like that's who he's talking to. Because he said, y'all not going to wrap your head around this right now, but I'm going to put this out there. This is the seed I'm planting. And I think it's going toward Tony Khan. But also, he talking about him and Darby Allin got to talk.
Yeah.
What could that be about?
I don't know. I really don't know. You know what? It's a weird. The way Moxley. So when he came back and went to Tony Schiavone and said, "This is not your company anymore." The last time I had a feeling like that watching a promo, Scott Hall showed up on WCW and said, "You know who I am. You don't know why I'm here." Is Moxley starting a new faction and it's going to be, I don't know how to put it. Okay, I'll just say it. Is Shane McMahon coming to AEW? Let me ask you that question first, because I feel like he's somehow maybe involved in this, in the storyline.
Yeah, I had that on my mind. But I'm going to keep it what I said before. Shane McMahon coming in would be an oh my God moment, but what would he actually do? And will it make sense?
Oh, well, will it make sense? That's a different conversation. What would he do? He would be the guy who helps. Listen, whatever. Okay, in my world of thinking here, John Moxley starting a new faction. He has Marina Shafir, the woman who was beating up everyone when they came back. He's talking about having a conversation with Darby Allin. I don't know what that means. It could be he want to join them. Notice he was nowhere near the Blackpool Combat Club. No affiliation with them. So I don't know what that even means. the worst thing that could happen is if he betrays him. In fact, the best thing that could happen is if John Moxley is the one that beat Brian Danielson for the belt and puts him in retirement. John Moxley is probably starting a new revolution in this company where EVPs and Tony Khan is like, no, this ain't your company. I'm going to make AEW what it's supposed to be, the alternative. I'm going to make a Raw Underground with Shane McMahon.
Oh, I don't call it that. But
I'll do that.
yeah, I just don't want. Like I said before, Shane McMahon's ideas are not the best. Because, like I said, I'm gonna say it again. I like Shane McMahon. We all respect Shane McMahon for all what he's done in the business, the matches he's had. But we just like his style a little bit. But when he made that return saying he was the best in the world, he was on TV too doggone much. Like, get on my TV. Why are you on Survivor Series teams? Why are you? They made a spot for you at WrestleMania 39. You done hurt yourself. That means you weren't even supposed to be there.
He blew both his quads.
Right, like father, like son. But yeah, they give a lot of moments where he shouldn't have had, and a lot of people didn't like even when he left. They were saying they like what he was doing backstage and the ideas he had with doing that. And now we come with AEW. Like I said this before, but it automatically makes me think about WC that last episode of Nitro. Shane McMahon was there. How good of an omen is that?
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, you know the name on the contract says McMahon, but it reads Shane. The name on the contract reads Khan, but it's Nick. Whoa, hold on a second.
It go either way, man. It go either way. But I don't know. But like I said, I don't like to judge until I see what's really going on and see what they actually do. So we're gonna wait to see. But it's intriguing what I'm a big John Moxley fan, so it's intriguing what to see he done playing it and see what he does next.
No, I tell you, you know the best thing will be is if he comes out to Banner, and that'll be stupid. That won't even happen. That's not
No. People thought it was him at WrestleMania 40. He on there half sleep like, what y'all talking about?
No, listen, there was that brief moment where even I thought, is that Moxley? That cannot be Moxley. Is that No, is that Ambrose? Oh,
the crowd would have went ape. They would have went crazy for that, folks. But it was cool how they went. WrestleMania 40 was great. But I don't know. We're just waiting to see where that. But I was trying to get back to Daniel Garcia. Also, we're talking about All In. Is this his second chance at being taken serious or having this big moment to break out? Because I feel like the first one is where he should have left Jericho.
Yeah.
And went with Bryan Danielson and moved on. But he came back and he been floundering ever since. And he just doing that hip swivel, the little dance he do, you know.
The dance.
Yeah, everybody think it's funny, think it's cool, but it ain't gonna get you far.
Yeah.
So now we back with you fight going against MJ, got beat down bad by MJF, cost MJF the match, and I'm pretty sure y'all gonna have a match. Maybe All Out. Will he go further up the card and be taken more serious with this feud?
Well, the only way that would happen is if he wins the match. He has to beat MJF. Because that's the one thing that he needs is a big win. I like Garcia, and I sort of like the Garcia dance, but you're right. It's hard to take him seriously because of it. I don't know. I like Garcia. I really do. It's just his opportunity was missed. I feel like what Yuta is doing in Blackpool Combat Club, that should be Daniel Garcia instead. I don't know where Yuta should be at, but Garcia should just be in that spot. I don't know.
If he was doing Danielson, he would have been.
Well, he still should have been.
Because Jericho doing better than you, Bo. He's still doing better than you. And a lot of people don't even like this gimmick Jericho doing.
Ooh. We talk about Jericho. I noticed that we did not talk about the FTW match at the pay-per-view, and we haven't really talked about what he did. So, real quick, he had the match at the pay-per-view. He lost the FTW title to Hook. They had a big happy story ending. Why do we have this 8-man match on Dynamite? When can Hook get away from Jericho and even the FTW title to some degree? Hook has been the same Hook since he debuted.
Yeah.
I
He
can't
had
get
so much hype
behind it.
around him at first, and it just, I don't know if he was ready for it.
Oh, I'm still not sure if he's ready for. I don't know. I don't even know if I like. I don't really like Hook because he's just boring to me. He doesn't do anything. He
Yeah.
doesn't.
I mean, most of the intrigue with me for him is because he's Taz's son. And I have, great memories of Taz. And for him to like teach his son thing, I had like what he was doing with Samoa Joe. I thought it was gonna
Right?
continue. That was good. But like I said, my intrigue with him is because he's Taz's son and following those footsteps, already got an FTW title. But move on to something else because FTW title is not really as much as Tony Khan want to say it's legit. It's not really, bro.
Yeah, it's not a real title. Like it just
It
is
never
not a
was.
real
It's
title.
just something to have, a trinket, or just to show off. But
A Christmas ornament, a pendant. I don't
yeah,
know.
but he need to move on from that. Go for the TNT. Go fight Jack. That's what. Go fight Jack Perry.
Yeah, that would be the best thing he could do is transition to a real match. I feel like so. I get that Dave Bryson needs someone to fight, and Jack Perry would be the best person. But I kind of feel like Jack Perry should be being challenged by Hook for Hook just to say, "I won this title. This is my dad's title. To make sure it doesn't get lost again, I'm going to retire this title." And Jack Perry, be prepared. I'm coming for your title in this place.
Right.
That would have been pretty cool.
But I feel like they also might be saving stuff for after All Out, and they doing placeholder matches with him, and they're gonna move on after All Out. Hopefully that's how it goes.
Well, hopefully. I don't know. Hopefully Jericho will take some time off. I'm not a big fan of the learning tree. I like Big Bill. I think Big Bill's doing good work. I'm not a
So
big fan of the whole learning tree group as all. I just don't like Jericho. I don't say I don't like Jericho. I'm just tired of seeing Jericho. That's it.
I feel you. But as far as new contenders for a lot of these championships, I mean, a lot of them need new contenders, man. Because I
I
mean,
don't
I think
know.
that was the international title we seen where Pac came out and did the Poison Rana on Ospreay on Dynamite. That was nasty.
Loved it.
So I'm ready to see that match because Pac and Ospreay gonna tear it down. Like I said, if you fall under Ospreay, you got a long night, especially with
Yeah.
Pac in the ring. With Pac, how you want to say it? But
Never.
we also need challengers for the two women's championships, the TBS and the AEW women's championships. I'm trying to see who would go for those two. I feel like Jamie Hayter got to be in the mix. Britt Baker gonna keep herself relevant in there somehow. But is there anybody else you see going after either one of those two titles, two women's title championships?
I'm looking at the roster right now. There aren't a lot of women who are currently active. Well, I mean, so Thunder Rosa and Deonna Purrazzo had this big feud. I think they finally concluded that. I don't remember who won. I think Deonna Purrazzo won. But either way, Thunder Rosa or Deonna can go after Mercedes for the TBS. As far as the world title goes, I feel as if you should, you know what? Why not? Do a Casino Gauntlet Battle Royal and
No, you
find the
did.
winner and
No,
put
you
all the women out
did.
there.
Hey, man, no, man. Get out. You don't get out of here.
Just go ahead and throw them all out there, have them beat each other up, and let the winner be Sharina Deed because I just saw her name.
Oh my God! But if anything, either that or it's gonna be a tournament. That's what they both love to do:
Yeah.
tournaments and battle royals. So it's gonna be either one of those two to figure out who's gonna be those contenders, man. I feel like.
I'm looking at this women's roster. It is really, unless they start pulling people from their Ring of Honor lineup, like Red Velvet or Athena, I don't know who else is going to be. Because, I mean, honestly, Britt Baker, I guess, or no, because she lost. Harley Cameron, I don't take her seriously. Chris Statlander recently lost to Willow Nightingale. Willow Nightingale, I guess, could be a contender, but she already lost to Mercedes. So,
Yeah.
I have no idea.
All right. Yeah, a few out there. Or what's her girl name from who has the Ring of Honor Women's Championship?
Who's that?
Who has the Ring of Honor Women's Championship?
Oh, Athena.
Oh, you did say a thing. Okay.
Oh,
I feel like she done had that belt so long. They move her back to AEW ranking championships.
yeah, I don't, dude. I swear to you, she is doing really good work in Ring of Honor, and no one's watching it. Because I mean, it's hard to watch Ring of Honor in general unless you're paying for it. I'm not doing that. Oh.
Seriously, man. Who's doing that, really?
I don't know. Ring of Honor fans. That's all I can tell you. There is no one on this roster that I'm looking at and saying, okay, they could even be a real legitimate contender. Because everyone you look at, you're just like, okay, well, they're going to be the person to lose this time.
Yeah.
Unless they build them up.
That's how I'm feeling when people going for Toni Storm because Mariah May turned on her. And now Jamie Hayter's back. I mean, and unless Mercedes loses her title, but she's going to hold her title for a little while, those are the main contenders. And Britt Baker's back also, so those are the main contenders right there.
Yeah, that is it. That really isn't for the time being. Because, Ruby Soho, she's pregnant, so she's going to be out for a long time.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's news to me. Congratulations, Ruby. But now we're talking all about AEW. Let's move over to World Wrestling Entertainment. And we got a big pay-per-view, PLE. Switch it up. No pay-per-view, PLE.
Premium live events. All right, we're not paying per views. We're watching premium live events.
Oh, that premium status. But we got Bash in Berlin coming up a few days. Oh, I think it's gonna be a decent card. I don't think coming down after SummerSlam, it's a decent card. But sometimes it might be a little predictable. But we're gonna have some predictions. We're gonna get our predictions in right now.
Yeah, why not? Let's do it. Yeah.
But what you think about the lead up? I mean, think it was good. The story's been good leading up.
So I'm into the Judgment Day story. I like the dynamic of how they felt that Rhea and Damian were sort of feeling like they were bigger than the group. At some point, they were trying to even excise themselves out of the group, and the group felt betrayed. And even Dominic's like, look, Rhea, you were cool, but Liv is helping me do the stuff I really want to do, which is beat my dad, which you couldn't help me do. And eat chicken fingers and play video games, which I love that whole thing. That was stupid, but I love it.
He sound like hold on. Yeah. He sound like such a kid, but bro, you lie. I like that stuff too, bro.
That's the funny thing about it. When he dropped that promo, there was so many things he could have said about Rhea, but I love that he went to that. Like, that's the thing. She lets me eat chicken nuggets. She lets me play video games. And she helped me beat my dad. That's three. Come on. Checking 3 boxes right there.
Hey, bro.
Right?
I don't like my dad. She helped me beat my dad. Screw him, man.
The one match I'm looking most forward to is CM Punk Drew McIntyre. That's feud of the year candidate.
Oh yeah, definitely gotta be.
Yeah.
But CM Punk has to win this match. I mean, if he don't win, come on, bro. Just give it up if you don't win this match.
Yeah,
bro.
It's that match.
Yeah, because you got injured in the Royal Rumble. You only had 2 matches since you've been back. You lost both of them. You got injured in one. Come on, you got to bounce back, bro.
Well, that's true. That's actually a good point. Because, I'm looking at this whole feud and I'm thinking Drew's kind of getting the bad end of the stick where he's losing this match. He lost the world title. He couldn't even cash in effectively. He lost his other world title match. He did get his win against CM Punk. It was under weird circumstances at SummerSlam. But you're right. CM Punk, since being back in WWE, not a very good track record. You got your promos, you got the fans that love you, but as far as the in-ring stuff goes, I don't know, man. You might as well be on commentary at this point.
Yeah, a lot of people worry about him being hurt at any time anyway with the injuries he's had in the past few years. And you've been out so long with those injuries, so everybody kind of bracing to make sure you good.
That's why he's not doing a lot of matches on TV. I think they're trying to preserve him. I mean, not for nothing, but he got hurt in the Royal Rumble in a move that didn't even require his arm.
But that's how a lot of injuries happen anyway. It's like simpler moves that you wouldn't think would do it, but it happens, bro.
Yeah.
But who you think? So you think CM Punk gonna win or?
Right now, yeah, I got CM Punk winning this match. I got him going over on Drew. I think it's gonna be. Well, I look at it also because CM Punk is good at these type of matches. Strap matches. He had a dog collar match against MJF. This is sort of his wheelhouse. Come on. I mean, he's
Yeah,
the one that
you
he's
should
talent.
win.
Yeah, right. This is not his match type, but this is his thing. He can do this stuff.
But Drew a big guy. You got to drag him to all them, hit all them top of the ropes. So it's gonna be a struggle, but you got to pull it out somehow.
And he'll do it. He'll find a way to do it.
All right, so we both got point going in for that one. I forgot to get your prediction on the tag match, the mixed tag match. What do you think winning with the Judgment Day? What's your prediction on that?
Oh, look, Judgment Day. They need a win. You're a new group now. You got to legitimize yourself. They need this win because right now the Terror Twins, Damian and Rhea, they look like they can take on that whole group by themselves. They legit need this win. They have to.
Yeah, because myself, I thought they were going to add another member, but they got so many members already. So it's like they do need to legitimize themselves if they're going to be going for it, especially when y'all got the tag team titles in the group. Y'all right there.
Yeah, right.
But neither one of those people are in this match, but it's Dom and Liv, but still, y'all need this win. They do need a win, but I ain't gonna lie, I might still be going with Rhea and Damian.
That's fair.
I'm about to call him Dom because he reminds me of Dom from Fast and Furious.
Oh, yeah, it's all about family. You got a new family now, the crowd.
Hey, right. But who do you think is gonna win the women's tag team championships?
Yeah,
Bianca and Jay finally getting their shot again against them. Hopefully it's fair this time. Hopefully Naomi got their bat against Blair Davenport. I think it was a Blair Davenport.
Yeah, Blair Davenport.
They've been on the side of the tag champions. Who do you think got this?
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm a little on the fence. I got to see how SmackDown plays. I think what happens on SmackDown can make me confident in my pick. But right now, I am picking Owl of Fire. I like that name better than Unholy Union. I think it should be called Owl of Fire. Only because I like Jade and I like Bianca. And I really want to see them do well. But I feel like, I don't know. I don't know. They got bigger things than tag titles. That's all I can say. There's a bigger picture down the line than the tag title. And this tag title is nice. But I just think there's bigger things down the line. So they might lose this match.
I would hate for that to happen, but it might. But because I feel like Jay needs still any more time in his tag team. And if they're gonna win the tag team titles, that's almost what the point with, especially with the as big a stars they are. What's the point of them if they don't have them tag team titles? That's why I thought they're gonna even hold them all the way to like Royal Rumble season or something like that, and then break off after that. But that's why I think they're gonna win this match because I think they're gonna get it again to hold it till the end.
No,
so I'm gonna go with Bianca and Jay because I think they are more of a legit tag team. I mean, the other team they doing good, but it seems more important on Jade and Bianca.
Oh yeah, because they are bigger stars. Because I'm not gonna lie to you, until I saw Owl of Fire's name, I still like that name. You kind of forget their tag champs. They're there, but you don't really think about it. So if they lost a title, they'd be like, okay, Jade and Bianca would be better champions because they would also give the titles much more prestige. And you'll see them. People love to see them. I mean, they're a fun team. So again, I'm only picking the Unholy Union for now. SmackDown will definitely help me be better or confident about the pick. But I guess I'll stick with who I said first.
Okay. Well, let's go on to Cody, the American Nightmare, and Kevin Owens.
Big KO.
Yeah. I didn't like how it just started. I really didn't, especially with Cody giving KO the shot. But what it's building into is kind of intriguing. It reminds me of Shawn Michaels, John Cena going to WrestleMania 23, where they were saying they teaming up. They actually became tag team champions, John Cena and Shawn Michaels. And everybody's kind of waiting on that moment where Shawn was going to kick him.
Yeah, I remember that.
And whatnot. It finally came, but they built up to it. And I feel like they building up to Kevin Owens doing something to Cody. Because everybody saw him when he about to hit him with a championship, but he just handed it to him.
Yeah.
So that's what it compared to me. That's what the story going with to me, and it might lead to a heel turn either before or after the match, but it's getting more tricky as it goes on. But I hate how it started. How you feel about it?
I kind of hate how it started too because I don't like Kevin. Kevin Owens' whole moniker is "Fight Owens Fight." He's the prize fighter. But now, when there's a prize on the line, he's on the whole, "Oh, I don't deserve it." No, that's not the prize fighter. Whether you deserve it or not, you deserve it when you win it. So if you get the shot, take the shot.
Exactly.
So I don't like that whole dynamic. But I do feel like a heel turn is coming. I got Cody winning just because I don't think Cody's going to lose his belt anytime soon, at least not for the rest of this year. But I do believe at the end of the match, something's going to happen with Kevin Owens. I'm counting 6 pop-up power bombs and 1 power bomb on the apron. That's how the whole night's going to end.
It would be devastating, boy. You sound like it's about to be Bronson Reed doing out here, like 6 tsunamis out here. Like,
real quick, I gotta mention Bronson Reed. I love this monster of a man right now. I was cracking up when he did 6 tsunamis. How could they not move Seth Rollins out the way after the first 3?
bro, that's what we've been saying, man. They have plenty opportunity to move this man. Like, y'all wanted this to happen to Seth Rollins. Y'all scheming on that man. It's something going on. Y'all scheming on Seth. Y'all don't want him to be here.
Adam Pearce is the worst GM. He does not know how to control his locker room. He does not know how to control those people. You go to SmackDown, Nick Aldis has SmackDown running like an engine outside of the bloodline because those guys are crazy. He can control everyone else, though.
Yeah, everyone else. He ain't messing with the ones. He ain't messing with the ones.
Yeah, he's the bloodline.
I feel you. Because they popped him out of nowhere after he put a Braun Strowman through the car.
Dude, that match was really good. I love how they ended it. And I love the fact that at the end, they came back to Braun. He was like, "I can't feel my hand." And commentary told you Bronson Reed just walked away. He just got up. Okay, we're good. Love it.
Yeah, bro. And the way the glass broke and the electricity in the car was going off.
Yeah, right. Now that's
bro,
real.
it was right. It was dope, bro. It was dope.
Bronson Reed.
I like that. He should be on. That should be on. They should have no rematch with that on the card, but they probably gonna have that on Raw. They need something for the 3 hours. But going back to the Cody and KO, I'm picking Cody. I just don't see KO winning this. I feel like Cody ain't really losing the title until close to WrestleMania or at WrestleMania. Especially when it get on Netflix, we'll see how that goes. But we need to see a turn or something from KO. So after the match or, somewhere in the match as the match goes on. But I'm picking Cody. You agree with that?
Yeah, I'm taking Cody too. Definitely. Yeah, he's not losing that belt I'll say that if anything, he's not losing the belt for the rest of the year. I don't know what happens in 2025, but the rest of this year, Cody's going to be champion.
Yeah. A lot of people think Cody might turn heel, but I don't think that'll be good at this moment. How Cody going?
Okay. So since you mentioned that, I got to tell you something. I think Cody is a heel. I think everything Cody does, he actually does for himself. Go all the way back to when he first got the crew together at WrestleMania 39. He only got them together so they can try to take out the bloodline. He just forgot about Solo Sikoa. Going all the way into the next Mania, he did everything again for his own benefit. Because he has done nothing in return outside of, I guess, title matches. But I do think there is a heelish dynamic of Cody that just hasn't been unveiled yet. There's an underline. But we'll see.
Yeah, Homelander gonna show his face eventually.
That's what I see.
Yeah, for sure. Well, let's get to this main event. I believe it should be the main event with Gunther and RKO. He give me with that, but he gonna be a star too one day. He gonna be a star too. Ludwig Kaiser. I like that's what I'm about to say his name. Yeah, but I Gunther gotta pull this. I like how the reason for this match because like I was saying before, the King of the Ring tournament. They corrected that. Triple H brought it back. Makes sense of what happened. Everything counts. Well, official was official. What was is official? What the referee was set with his decision. But we're gonna run it back because you wouldn't be world champion if you didn't pin Randy Orton or
wouldn't be in that
quotations. And so, and the way they're building it up, and how Gunther is so smug and talking about Randy Orton family, and how he's, I guess I'm with you. How you saying Randy Orton could be more, but Randy Orton is one of the most successful stars of any era. So, I mean, how much more could he really do?
I mean, really,
I get what you're saying, he's school or whatnot, but come on.
I mean, honestly, what is there left for Randy to win? There isn't a accolade in WWE he can win outside of the Hall of Fame itself, which that's it.
Yeah, I mean, only he didn't have was what King of the Ring, and he lost that to Gunther, I guess. But most of what he needed, he'd have had everything else. He just kind of just coasting really, and then this is gonna be his last world title shot, I believe. It should be at least, but I think a lot of people still think he's gonna go after Cody eventually. But he talking like, oh, I mean, he going with John Cena on their retirement tour.
I mean, yeah, that would be cool. Talk about another end of an era. That's what that's going to be, isn't it?
Boy, I'm trying to tell you. Even though he did at the end of one show, he did say he had 10 more years. But I mean, the way he's talking, it just seems like he's going to retirement tour with John Cena. But I feel like he'll get the RKO off on Gunther because Gunther said he was going to get it again, get caught with that. He'll get it off, but I don't think Randy's winning.
No, I don't have Randy winning this either. Randy is very accomplished. He doesn't really need to win on top of that. And I think the real feud is with Cody because, you know, they got the whole legacy history behind them. That would be a good thing to run off of. The one thing I don't like about this feud is I just don't like Gunther's character since becoming world champion. He's trying to be this extra dig of a heel. Oh, you're poor, you're trash. And this. He doesn't need to do that. The guy is the ring general, right? His whole thing as Intercontinental Champion is I'm bringing prestige to the title. I'm bringing wrestling back to this whole thing. He could do the same thing with the world title. Be like, look what I did with the Intercontinental title. This belt has already kind of been tarnished by this peacock man called Seth Rollins. Now he's a real champion. And this fake champion, Damian Priest, who could only win the belt after the guy got beat up. No, I'm the real guy. I'm going to show you what a real champion looks like and just run that whole game. But other than that, I do think the match is going to be.
Yeah. It will be, of course, because Gunther could get it. Like I say, Gunther could get a good match out of anybody. And so, Randy Orton, he smooth like butter in the ring, just butter.
Right? He's a viper. He moves smooth like a snake. He's going to get the RKO off. He is going to do it. I don't know if he's going to be conscious when he does it, but he'll get the RKO off. Yeah,
it'll happen. But like I say, it's all around. It feels like it's going to be a B PLE, but the crowd is going to make it an A.
Oh,
the international crowd is always going to bring it up.
I still can't get over that French crowd and the whole AJ Styles thing. Like, I couldn't even hear anything in that match.
Bro, they've been doing it again at the house shows. From what I seen a video.
Oh wow!
Cheer for AJ Styles like that. He ain't even came back yet for real.
Oh, I can't wait for him to come back.
Oh yeah, but yeah, like I said, it's a B show. We're gonna bring it up to A with the crowd. So I'm looking forward to it. It's coming this Saturday, boy, and they've been firing all cylinders. All they PLE's been kind of up there, bro. The way they pulling it off, the production to the matches, and I like the length of the shows. They don't have to be extra long.
No, they don't.
And they limited amount of matches too.
Oh, I'm about to ask you, like, do you like them having 5 matches, or do you feel like that's too short?
No, I mean, it gives every match time, because that's how Triple H did with the takeovers, and a lot of people love the takeovers more than the actual main card shows when that was going on. Yeah, so he's pulling it to the main card now.
One of the takeovers was better than the Mania that year. I can't remember which takeover it was. It probably one with Gargano and Ciampa having their unsanctioned match.
Yeah, and so I really like it, man.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of it too. Let's not going back to AEW, since it's the only comparison, AEW likes to stack a card with 10 to 20 matches, it feels like. That ain't so bad. The only time I don't like it is if it comes on at 8 o'clock and the pay-per-view's well into 12 o'clock. It's like, come on, man. I got to be up for work in the morning. We got to wrap this up. I can't do it.
Wrap it up, B. Wrap this shit up, B.
Seriously, that's what I really want to be doing. Because by the time you get to the main event, like, if All In happened that night, I don't even know if I would have been up for the Brian Danielson Swerve match. I would have been halfway asleep because I just would have been tired. So I got to be up in the morning.
Yeah, but they act like a lot of people still love it. They want that, but you ain't gotta put everybody on every card, man. It's okay. That's what you got Dynamite, Rampage, and Collision for, man.
Yeah.
But they show out for the pay-per-views, but you don't have to put everybody on the pay-per-view.
Yeah, there's some things that could see. Some matches can just be Dynamite matches. Just have them on the Dynamite before, the Dynamite after. They don't need to make the pay-per-view Jericho.
Right. They Dynamite feuds. They TV show feuds. They ain't got to be pay-per-view feuds.
So I think that works out. I don't know. I like the way they both do it though. But I do like the PLEs. WWE, I don't think has had a really bad pay-per-view since SummerSlam the 2022. I think everything they've done since then has been excellent. In fact, I told someone the other day, they talk about the eras, the Attitude Era, Aggression Era, and all this. Whatever this era is called, I think the starting point was at SummerSlam 2022 because several things happened. Number one, that was the first pay-per-view that had zero Vince McMahon influence because he was completely gone by that point. It was the one pay-per-view that Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar had a match. And the way that match ended, it had Roman standing victorious over Brock, which is like, that's Vince's guy, Brock. He's done. We're past that. And it also brought in Damage Control, the one idea that Vince rejected. And it just made it feel like Triple H is saying, this is my show now, and this is how we're going to do it. From that point on, it felt like a totally different.
Yeah, it did. But Vince came back periodically in that time. But it was still Triple H's show for the most part. But Vince has a little influence. But now, I think they're trying to stamp. It did start there, but they're really trying to stamp it hard with WrestleMania 40, where out of every changes they made. Everything was trying to change it before then. There was a build up, but the official stamp was WrestleMania 40. But yeah, ever since that WrestleMania, since that SummerSlam 22, they've been kicking on all cylinders, man. And so we all looking forward to the show Saturday in Bash Berlin. They got NXT Sunday. No Mercy. We'll talk about that on the next show. So and All Out coming up right after that. So we got
the month of champions, week after week of pay-per-views and PLEs.
Boy, make time for you. Better make some time.
No, you better make time. Real quick before we sign off, I gotta ask you. I don't know if you heard the Vince McMahon documentary dropping in September. Netflix. Yeah. You gonna watch it?
That should be interesting. I don't mess with Vince McMahon no more like that because I'm just off of him. But I will. I might have to tune into that, bro.
Yeah, I'm indifferent with it too, but I might check it out. For me, look, I've been watching wrestling since the 80s. We're talking like practically 30, close to 40 years watching this stuff. Wrestling has always been a big part, and I grew up with WWF. My favorite wrestler when I was a kid was Brutus the Barber Beefcake, and it kind of grew from there. And so Vince McMahon is a large part of my childhood. I can't ignore that. And I would love to see the beginning from WWF to when he had it to WWE, and then we'll see if I watch the end. I don't know, because the end I don't want to pay attention to. I just want to see the beginning and all that.
Yeah, it's a must watch. Just if you're just a fan of wrestling anyway, it's a must watch because it's gonna be some things you like, you love, whether you like Vince McMahon or not. Like me, I don't. He's a big part of what we all grew up with and what we all know. So it's hard to just eliminate him just like that. And so it's gonna be something to watch. I'm definitely tuning in, and like I said, I'm definitely tuning in. All the shows that are the big shows that are coming up. Yeah. And we're going to talk about it right here on the Champions Corner. So we thank y'all for tuning in. Please like, share, subscribe, comment. We want to hear from you, man. We want to talk to y'all, man. Come on. We want to interact. We love talking to each other about this, but we want to talk to you too. See what you're thinking about it.
Yeah,
So
just
come
give me
on
those
back
predictions
next
on
time,
the comment.
and we love to have you, man. Peace.
Definitely. Have a good night.